Former officials slam Republicans for minimizing the Signal chat leak. Overview of the incident. A major security scandal erupted within the Trump administration after it was revealed that senior officials had mistakenly exposed classified military discussions in a Signal messaging group chat. The blunder occurred when high-ranking officials, including National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, inadvertently added Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, to a private group discussing sensitive military operations in Yemen. The leaked discussions reportedly contained information about an imminent U.S. airstrike on Houthi forces, including attack coordinates, strategies, and mission details. The incident has sparked significant backlash from intelligence and defense officials, who argue that such a lapse in security could have had catastrophic consequences. Despite the gravity of the situation, many Republican leaders have downplayed the breach, calling it an unfortunate mistake, but insisting that no real damage was done. This response has drawn sharp criticism from former government officials, military leaders, and national security experts, who are calling for accountability and a thorough investigation into the mishandling of classified information. Reactions from former officials. Leon Panetta, former CIA director and defense secretary. Leon Panetta strongly condemned the breach, stating that such reckless handling of classified information was inexcusable and warranted immediate action. He emphasized that had the information fallen into enemy hands, it could have compromised military personnel and jeopardized national security. If any lower-level military officer had done something like this, they'd be court-martialed in a heartbeat. Somebody needs to get fired for this. Panetta also criticized the Republican response, saying that attempts to minimize the severity of the incident were irresponsible and sent the wrong message about the importance of safeguarding classified information. Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State. Hillary Clinton, who was heavily scrutinized during the 2016 presidential campaign for her use of a private email server, took to social media with a simple yet pointed reaction: "You have got to be kidding me." Many of her supporters noted the irony in how Republicans, who previously led relentless attacks against her over email security, are now downplaying a far more serious breach involving real-time military operations. Pete Buttigieg, former Naval Intelligence Officer and Transportation Secretary. Former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who previously served in naval intelligence, described the incident as the highest level of expletive imaginable from an operational security standpoint. Buttigieg emphasized that even minor security lapses in military intelligence are treated with extreme seriousness, and for top administration officials to discuss classified plans on a public messaging app showed a shocking level of incompetence. It's hard to have confidence in an administration that can't even keep its own war plans secure. If I had done something like this in the Navy, I'd probably still be sitting in a military prison right now. John Bolton, former National Security Advisor. John Bolton, who served under Trump, called the situation stunning and expressed disbelief that high-ranking officials were using Signal, a consumer-grade app, for top-secret military discussions. "I can't believe they were using Signal for this. We have secure government communication systems specifically designed for this kind of thing. It's beyond reckless." Bolton also warned that adversaries like China and Russia closely monitor U.S. government leaks and that such incidents only embolden hostile nations. Alex Wagner, former Assistant Air Force Secretary. Alex Wagner pointed out that if a regular military officer or government employee had committed such a breach, their career would be over. If an Air Force pilot or intelligence officer had shared top-secret mission details on their personal phone, they would be facing court-martial or prison. Why should it be any different for the top brass? Wagner also accused Republican leaders of applying a double standard by protecting high-ranking officials from accountability while punishing lower-level personnel for similar offenses. Republican response and political fallout. Despite mounting criticism, many Republican leaders have attempted to downplay the significance of the leak, arguing that no classified information was technically compromised. Trump's defense of Michael Waltz. Former President Donald Trump defended National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, calling him a good man who made an honest mistake. Trump insisted that no national security damage occurred and that the mission itself was highly successful. "Look, we carried out the airstrike, we got the bad guys, and no classified information was leaked that put anyone in danger. The media is just making a big deal out of nothing." Senator James Lankford calls for an investigation. Republican Senator James Lankford, Oklahoma, broke ranks with his party by calling for an independent investigation into the use of Signal for government communications. He questioned whether this was a one-time mistake or part of a larger pattern of security mismanagement. This is about more than just one incident. We need to understand why senior officials felt comfortable discussing top-secret missions on an unsecured app and whether this has happened before. Other GOP lawmakers downplay the incident. Other Republican lawmakers, including House Speaker Elise Stefanik, dismissed the controversy as overblown and accused Democrats of using it as a political weapon. This was a minor mistake, and the Biden administration is just trying to distract from their own failures, Stefanik claimed. However, national security experts argue that such dismissive rhetoric only exacerbates the problem and encourages further carelessness in handling classified information. Security and legal implications experts warn that the Signal chat leak raises significant concerns about the way classified military discussions are conducted and protected. 1. The dangers of using unsecured messaging app Signal, while encrypted, is not designed for highly classified discussions. Government officials are required to use SCIFs, sensitive compartmented information facilities, or secure government networks for military planning. The use of Signal suggests that officials were either unaware of proper security protocols or deliberately bypassing them. 2. Potential violations of federal security laws. Mishandling classified military information can result in prosecution under the Espionage Act. Legal analysts argue that if military secrets were indeed discussed in the chat, it could constitute a federal offense. 3. Increased risk of foreign espionage. Intelligence agencies in China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea are known to monitor U.S. government leaks. The breach could have given adversaries insight into U.S. military tactics and planning. Conclusion and future actions. Conclusion and future actions. The Signal chat leak scandal has sparked a major debate about security, accountability, and double standards in government. While former officials from both parties are calling for action, many Republican leaders continue to minimize the breach, raising concerns about the future of national security protocols. Key takeaways. Former intelligence and military officials are demanding accountability for the reckless handling of classified information. Republican leaders remain divided, with some calling for investigations while others dismiss the controversy. Security experts warn that using unsecured apps like Signal for military discussions is a major risk that could have dire consequences. As investigations continue, this incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of strict security protocols in protecting national defense operations. The coming weeks will determine whether those responsible for the breach will face consequences, or if this will be yet another example of officials escaping accountability.